so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I invite you all to stand, please? For a moment with your dog. That's what get it right.
Yes.
Would you care for a moment with your mother?
Mm-hmm. Okay, Mom.
Thank you. Please be seated, everyone. You look good, girl.
I made it.
Thomas, you look okay.
That's expected.
See, already little trials happen, little things. But that's what life is all about. And congratulations to you both. I'm so pleased to be here and part of your special day, along with everybody else that's here. We're here to see you become husband and wife. You are going to make some commitments to each other. And you're going to do that in front of them. Isn't that cool? My name is Bill Pisarczyk. I am a marriage commissioner for the province. And I am greatly honored, as I say, to be part of your lives. So let's talk a little bit about what you're getting into. Look at the Snickers out there, they already know. Marriage. Marriage or matrimony as understood by us is a state enriched by a very long and honorable tradition of devotion. And according to the law, each of you are absolutely equal and support the common rights of one another to this marriage. It's not just a ceremony here today. It is a commitment for life. This union then is most sacred and most serious because it will bind you together in a relationship very close. So close and so intimate that it will influence your whole future. And that future, it will have hopes, it will have disappointments, it will have successes, it will have pains, it will have joys and sorrows, but they're all hidden from your eyes. But you both know that these things, these elements, are part of everyone's life, and certainly can and will be expected in your own. And so not knowing what is before you, you take each other for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, for as long as you both shall live. Therefore, it is quite obvious that it's not to be entered into thoughtlessly or irresponsibly. There must be this desire, a desire for lifelong companionship. Marriage means caring as much about the welfare and happiness of your marriage partner as about your own well-being. Marriage also means working, but working together to create and sustain a home in which the marriage can, and I have no doubt, will flourish. Couples will support and comfort each other through the ever-changing experiences of life. May you laugh together in joy, grieve together in sorrow, but by far and most of all, as a couple, grow ever more deeply in love. So it is with this understanding that Thomas and Wylie wish to be joined in marriage. Now, I started the ceremony by pointing the fact that they are surrounded by the closest of family and friends, and here you are. And they are going to make their commitments to each other, and you're going to hear that. And I have a question for you all. Would you be willing to respond to it with a "we do" just as loudly as you dare? And the question I have of you all is, who gives your love, your blessings, and support to this couple being married here today? May I hear you all say, "We do." Want to hear it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
One more time. We do. Now you've lost the opportunity for any objections. Thank you, and they love that, because can you feel the love coming at you? I'm sure. I'm going to invite you both to repeat after me these extraordinarily romantic government written statements. And Wylie, you are so much cuter. Is that okay?
Yo, yeah.
Oh, well. Would you agree?
Yeah, of course.
Well, of course. Because you are the cutest, I am going to invite you to be the first to repeat after me. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I do not know
that I do not know
of any lawful
of any lawful
impediment
why
I,
Wylie,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Thomas.
to Thomas.
She did good, Thomas. And wasn't that romantic?
Yeah. Yeah.
Lawful impediment. How's
Big
that?
words.
Yeah, it makes your heart pound, doesn't it?
Yep.
Repeating after me.
All right.
I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I do not know
that I do not know
of any lawful
of any lawful
impediment
impediment
why I, Thomas,
why I, Thomas,
may not be joined in matrimony
may not be joined in matrimony
to Wylie.
to Wylie.
As no impediments was declared or admitted, I would invite you both to give answers to these questions, these promises. Do you, Thomas, promise to give to Wylie the love of your person, the comfort of your companionship, and the patience of your understanding? Will you share with her equally all the necessities of life, as they may be earned or enjoyed by yourself, and to respect her, respect the dignity of her own personal rights?
I do.
Do you, Wylie, promise to give to Thomas the love of your person, the comfort of your companionship, and the patience of your understanding? Will you share with him equally all the necessities of life, as they may be earned or enjoyed by yourself, and to respect him, respect the dignity of his own personal rights?
I do.
You are facing each other, but now I'd like you to face each other entirely. Would you hand your bouquet to your maid of honor? And as you grasp hands, I want you to look into each other's eyes, and I want you each to repeat after me, but this time, I'm going to invite you, Thomas, to be the first to repeat after me. I call upon those persons present to witness that I, Thomas, do take you, Wylie, to be my lawful wedded wife. I know you have much more that you would like to share with Wylie.
I do. Yeah. Wylie, I remember the first time I laid my eyes on you back in high school. You walked past me, and I recall thinking that this boyish-looking girl is kind of interesting. Little did I know that 10 years later, we would meet up again and have a relationship. You have always been one of my strongest supporters. Who else would make the decision to fly down to Calgary to support me for my med school interview before the results were even released? Thank you for always believing in me and providing me with encouragement. I can't express how happy the little notes that you leave for me on my desk, bed, and drawers make me feel. You're not afraid to point out my shortcomings, and you make me a better person. Thank you for calling me out when I'm selfish and provides me with guidance when my judgment is clouded by my emotions. In front of all our family and friends here, I promise to love you completely and unconditionally. I pledge a lifelong commitment of respect and friendship. Like you have done for me, I promise to support you in all your dreams and aspirations. I promise to give you the best version of myself in sickness or in health, and for good days or bad. I look forward to laughing and crying with you as we enter the next chapter of our lives. In the presence of God, I make this vow.
Would you grasp hands again? Wylie, would you please repeat after me? I call upon those persons present to witness that I, Wylie, do take you, Thomas, to be my lawful wedded husband. I know you have much more that you would wish to share with Thomas.
Thomas, we met 4.5 years ago, 1,591 days to be exact. But today is the start of something different. It's a new journey together as husband and wife. You always ask what I like about you, but I never answer you. Because I wanted to wait till today to tell you. It's nothing scientific or crazy. It's just a really simple reason. I'm just happiest when I'm with you. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to listen to you, even when you keep talking on and on and on. And you're my reason then and now and here on for the rest of my life. People always wonder what if. What if we did meet back in high school or university? But it doesn't matter. I wouldn't change anything, because everything that's happened was what brought us here today. We've had many adventures together, and I look forward to many, many more. And I love your consideration for me, your family, and your friends. I love how easygoing you are, which works out in my favor sometimes. And I love how you take a picture of me every time we go out to eat, to remember every moment. And I love your determination and ambition. You keep me grounded and support me in everything. And I promise to do the same for you. I promise to stand by your side at all times, not just when you're happy, but also when you're sad or mad or scared. I can't promise this, but I'll try to cook. I'll learn how to cook and give you thoroughly cooked food. I'll promise to be the wife that is deserving of your unconditional love. I love you. Thank you.
Joy, you have some rings, do you, son? He's going to check first. Oh, I'll take them for a moment. I like them. I'll keep my... Oh, I'll take the ones in my other pocket. Yeah. But I want to hold these rings out so that you can see them. In the palm of my hand are the rings that Joy was kind enough to put them there. And as you can see them, these are the rings that you are about to give and receive from one another. These rings are symbols of love. An endless love into which you are entering is husband and wife. These rings, such as love, have no beginning, no ending. Two lives joined in one unbroken circle. Thomas, would you please take your bride's ring from my hand? Place that on her left hand, third finger, and sliding it on as far as it will go. That's the one.
Double checking.
He's double checking on me here. Holding it in place, I want you to repeat after me. Wylie,
Wylie,
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
that you may wear it
that you may wear it
as a lasting reminder
as a lasting reminder
of our marriage vows
of our marriage vows
and as a symbol
and as a symbol
of my love
of my love
and commitment to you.
and commitment to you.
And Wylie, if you could respond by saying, I accept this ring
I accept this ring
as a symbol of your love
as a symbol of your love
and commitment.
and commitment.
Wylie, if you would take your groom's ring, place that on his left hand, third finger, and sliding it on as far as it will go. Gently holding it in place, I want you to repeat after me. Thomas,
Thomas,
I give you this ring
I give you this ring
that you may wear it
that you may wear it
as a lasting reminder
as a lasting reminder
of our marriage
of our
vows
marriage vows,
and as a symbol
as a symbol
of my love
of my love
and commitment to you.
and commitment to you.
Would you respond, Thomas, by saying, I accept this ring
I accept this ring
as a symbol of your love
as a symbol of your love
and commitment.
and commitment.
Thomas and Wylie, before your closest of family and friends, you stood here You made vows to each other. You exchanged rings to show each other that you were on all, that you are committed to one another. And it was a great honor to say that you came here a man and a woman. Well, interestingly enough, you still stand here a man and a woman. That was supposed to be funny. But I can honestly say they've added this brand new title, the most awesome title that can exist for a man and a woman. And that title, of course, is Husband and Wife. And you may seal it with me. Does anybody want to see that again? One more time for your family and friends.
Well done, you two. I'd like to share these thoughts with you as we close this ceremony. As you begin your marriage, let your home be a very safe place. A haven of peace in this unusually crazy, mixed up world we live in. Let your relationship be one of truth and love and understanding between you both. Respect each other. Respect the confidences of each other in this marriage, knowing that your marriage will yield only what you give it. Life, it's not a destination, it's a journey. We all come on unexpected curves, turning points, mountaintops when we feel good, and valleys when we don't. And everything that happens to us shapes who we are becoming. And in the adventure, and it is an adventure, the adventure of each day, you will discover the very best of yourselves. My little if home that I like to close ceremonies with. If you treat each other kindly, with compassion and trust, and always let your feelings, your tender feelings show. If you laugh together often, and enjoy the time you share, but also give each other a little space to learn and grow. If you understand your differences, respecting who you are, and put each other first in all you do, then your marriage will be absolutely beautiful. A reason to feel proud and a special source of love your whole lives through. May you enjoy the very longest of lives, fulfill all your hopes and dreams, and feel so very, very content as you live day by day. But most of all, that you keep your promises to one another. Congratulations to you both. I'm going to invite the couple to the signing table so that they may complete the registration document, and then we'll also invite their witnesses forward. And while we're attending to that, we'll listen to some music in the background. Ladies and gentlemen, I have before you a brand new couple. And I would like to introduce the newest couple on the block, Mr. and Mrs. Thomas and Wylie Tam.
Good evening, everyone. I am a little nervous I lost my appetite, and those who know me know that I do love to eat, so bear with me here. But I'm very honored to be standing next to Wylie today during this very memorable day. Wylie and I met about 10 years ago while we were completing our dental hygiene degrees at the U of A. I was very nervous to attend class because I knew that majority of the students in that class had taken the rest of the degree program together, and I was coming from a different program. One day in class, this Asian girl approached me and started asking if I'd worked at the West Edmonton Mall Dental Center. I thought to myself, how does she know this? Well, Wylie being Wylie had decided to go and scope out where the office was, and because she had a job interview there, and noticed that my name was on the door. And that was just the beginning of our friendship. Not only did she apply to the same practice, but while I was apartment hunting, the listing that I called about was managed by Wylie's uncle, who had been out of the country at that time, and Wylie was the one that was checking his messages. I had also brought a few items into the tailor shop by my apartment, which was owned by her mom. So it was quite apparent that we were meant to be friends. From our very first outing to go check out a farmer's market, which I was kind of creeped out by because Wylie just decided to give me her number and call me up. We've been working at West Ed together for the past 9 years, and there's no other person in this world that I could function so harmoniously with. We sometimes refer to ourselves as Smiley because we are a team of dental hygienists, and we are inseparable. There are more times than I can count on where we'll spend all day at work together and then go home and talk on the phone for hours. You'd think that we'd run out of things to say, but between us, there's no loss for words. I would like to take full credit for setting up Wylie and Thomas. Okay, I will admit he was Peter Lee's friend first, but when I met Thomas, he gave off a great first impression, and I thought he'd be perfect for Wylie. He was Chinese, check number 1 off Wylie's criteria. He was a pharmacist, check number 2, a professional. And he was tall, check number 3, height requirement. I went home that night and immediately called Wylie and told her that I had found the perfect match for her. After some convincing, she agreed to meet him. I arranged a group date for us, which went pretty well, and that, lo and behold, during Christmas break, I had found out that Thomas had asked for Wylie's number. I had gone back to Lethbridge at the time, so I'd known that he'd asked for her number, so I kept asking Wylie, hey, have you received any random texts from, any unexpected texts? And she kept saying no, so I thought, what's with this guy? Then I found out that on Christmas Day, Wylie herself went to Shoppers Drug Mart, where Thomas happened to be working. And I remember bugging her if she purposely had gone to go find him because she had retained that he'd like to work holidays for the extra pay. After another encounter at Southgate, since they both love shopping, my job was done. My matchmaking project was flourishing on its own. It isn't easy to find that person who just gets you. Wylie, you are my person, just like Christina and Meredith on Grace. Your friendship has meant more to me than you know. Without knowing anyone when I first moved to Edmonton, you were my first and closest friend. You stuck with me through so much. You stayed friends with me while I lived in my ghetto apartment, where your vehicle was hit and run. You witnessed public urination. You even kept your cool with me when I dragged you down the strip in Vegas in the blistering heat after our relaxing spa morning. You are so caring and loving, and I'm sure everyone knows, extremely good at cleaning and organizing. I'm sure one day your cooking skills will be much improved, and you know I'll be there to help you along the way. Thomas, you are the luckiest man to have someone like Wylie to spend the rest of your life with. I'm so happy that the two of you found each other and are now ready to start the next chapter of your lives together. Trust what you know to be good and strong in your marriage, and have faith in your future together. Let's raise our glasses and toast to Thomas and Wylie. Cheers.
So I've been practicing for this first line for about 2 days now, with the help of my friend Steve. Go wai chun pang yao. Good evening, everyone. For those of you that don't know, my name is Joy, and I'm not only Thomas's best man, but I'm his best friend and role model. Before I begin, could everyone please join me one more time in giving Thomas and Wylie a big hand? They look absolutely beautiful tonight. First off, Thomas, I want to thank you for choosing me to be your best man. I'm touched and honored to be standing here beside you tonight. And Wylie, thank you for letting Thomas pick me. As everyone in this room knows, nothing happens in your relationship without your approval. Secondly, I want to thank Mr. and Mrs. Au and Mr. and Mrs. Tam, whom without them, we wouldn't be here tonight. Mr. and Mrs. Au, you did a wonderful job in raising Wylie into the beautiful woman she is today. And Mr. and Mrs. Tam, you guys did your best. So when I looked up how to give a good best man speech, the same formula kept coming up. Gently make fun of the groom, make fun of the groom some more, welcome the bride into the family, tell an endearing story, end with a toast, smile, and then hit the bar. That sounded pretty good to me, so here we go. Fun fact number 1, I've known Thomas since we were in grade 5. We were 10 years old, and that was 24 years ago. He had just moved here from Hong Kong, and he had the good fortune of sitting in front of me in class. On his first day of school, he turned around and said hi. He barely spoke any English at the time, and he was quite difficult to understand. 24 years later, for those of you who have ever tried to have a conversation with Thomas, you know that he still barely speaks English, and he's still quite difficult to understand. Fun fact number 2, Wylie is incredibly patient and kind. How do I know this? The kind part is obvious. She did agree to marry Thomas in the first place. The patient part, though, some of you may not know. Did you guys know that Wylie waited 13 years to finally lock Thomas down? She first saw him way back in 2001. We all went to high school together. She must have seen him with his long flowing hair, tucked away in the library with his anime lunchbox, and instantly fell in love. 13 short years later, she finally made her move, and here we are today. Wylie, due to the long distance between us, I actually haven't got a chance to spend a lot of time with you, but I'm hoping that will change over the coming years. Thank you for letting me be part of your special day. Again, you look beautiful tonight. You know, I consider Thomas a brother. Not those brothers that are obviously brothers, but the ones that people see and they're like, huh, what happened there? That taller, less handsome one must be adopted. That being said, welcome into our family. You do have your work cut out for you, though. Thomas is a bit of a goof. He has an awkward sense of humor. He's a bit clumsy. He's high maintenance. And I'm not a big fan of the way he dresses. But as you know, at least he has a gigantic ego. Despite all that, he's still one of my best friends, a trusted confidant, a dedicated scholar, and loyal to a fault. Not to mention, in a week or so, he'll be able to prescribe me any drug that I want. So that's a bonus. I'm truly grateful he has found someone like you to take care of him, and I say this with all the love in my heart. He's your problem now. So guys, I'll wrap this up so I can finally hit the bar. But I want to leave you with one final story about my friend. It was about 4 years ago. Thomas called me, and he was really torn about a decision he had to make. Should he follow his dream and apply for med school or stick with being a pharmacist? You see, Thomas had always talked about being a doctor since we were kids. It was his dream. Things got off track over the years, and he became a pharmacist, but that dream was always firmly embedded in the back of his mind. I told him without hesitation to stick to pharmacy. I said, bro, you're almost 30 years old. You have a great job and you make good money. You want to go back to school? Do you remember school? It sucked. You have a serious girlfriend. What if she wants to get married soon? What if she wants to have kids? How are you going to do that if you're in med school? I threw every reason I could at him to stay away. As you all know, I was completely wrong, and Thomas didn't listen to me at all. Fast forward 4 years, and here we are tonight. My friend is graduating next week from medical school and will be Dr. Thomas Tam, specializing in family medicine. During that time, he found an amazing and beautiful woman to support him through all the stress, the crippling med school debt, and the long-distance relationship. Today, he married that woman. The point of my story is not to impress you, but to impress upon you a picture of a man who never settles for anything. He never has. He goes after what he wants with a passion and determination second to none. He never settled for anything less than his dream job, and he didn't settle for anything less than his dream woman. Thomas and Wylie, congratulations. I love you guys. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your glasses and join me in a toast. To Thomas and Wylie, here's to a lifetime of happiness.
School. And there's definitely a lot of stories to tell, and sorry, buddy, but I have to tell this story. The people deserve to know the truth. So as a preamble to the story, at the medical school, there's always conferences going on, meetings, rounds, etc. And at these things, there's always the usual kind of coffee, fruit, pastries, that being served. But to stop like 160 hungry medical students just from swarming in and taking all the food, the policy is that you are allowed to take food from the trays and the tables, but you have to wait for at least like the meeting to have already started or at least to end. So anyways, this is like the first week, maybe the second week of medical school. Like I barely know Thomas, we're just getting to know each other. And it's early on in the morning before classes, we're walking by and sure enough we see one of these tables with some food on it. So we kind of look at it and look around and we kind of deduce, you know what, yeah, I think the meeting's already started. I think we're okay to go grab a coffee or something like that. So I go up and I grab myself like, you know, an apple or an orange or something like that, and I kind of move out of the way and watch Thomas go up. And what does Thomas do? He grabs the entire bowl of fruit. And I'm like, Thomas, what are you doing? And he's like, dude, this is like a week's worth of fruit. That is 100% true, and I'm thinking like there's no way he's serious. Like this guy's gonna be a physician in a few short years. There's no way this is real. And I realize, no, he's 100% serious. And and then my next question is, well, why is he taking the bowl too? Like just so you know, this is like a 10-cent bowl from the catering company that they have like 1 million of. And I look and I say, Thomas, why the bowl? And he goes, dude, this is a nice bowl. I can use it for a ton of different things. And we beeline directly to his locker, and he puts in this plastic bowl with all of the fruit left in his locker. So, you know what, the takeaway of that little short story is, Thomas, you're one of the kindest people that I know, but you know what? You're also one of the damn cheapest. So, congratulations. And I have to know, do you still have the bowl? Yeah.
Hi, everybody. For those who don't know me, I am Wylie's big sister, Winsome, and just want a few words for them. And as most of you probably know, planning a wedding, it's really, really hard. Everybody's been a little bit crazy in my household lately, just a little crazy. But now the day has come, and the chaos has ended, it just hit me that my little sister is married. And we just want to say how happy and proud we are of Wylie. Wylie, you are so loyal to your family and everybody that you love, and you're so dependable. I will always remember all the times you drove down when I lived in Calgary. She would come for the weekend to help me with the boys when they were young, and I could not go on any holidays without Wylie. She knew exactly the feeding schedule of all the kids, how much they need to eat, and all the clothes, and how you now come over and have auntie time and do yoga and take them to eat poke and drink cocoa. And I can go on and on all night. And I promise I will return the favor when it's your turn, hopefully very, very, very soon. Come on, Thomas. Now, Thomas, you are a very lucky man. You might starve because she doesn't cook, but your house will be the cleanest in the whole entire block, the whole entire neighborhood. And you know what? We love how you like to come over, hang out with the boys and my husband and take him out. And we do look forward to many more of those. And today is a big celebration of Thomas and Wylie, but also the two families and all the people that play a special role in their lives. I would just like to extend a warm welcome to all the families and friends near and afar. Thank you for joining us on their special day. And Thomas, welcome to our family.
Oops. All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming tonight to celebrate with us and for all your wonderful gifts. I know a lot of you took time off work and traveled a long ways to come here to celebrate with us, so thank you so much for that. We really appreciate everyone making such an effort to come and celebrate, to rearrange your lives to come here. Weddings can happen anywhere and everywhere. It can be big, can be small, but it only means something when people that you love comes celebrate it with you. So thank you. It means so much to us to share our day with you. First off, thank you to Pam for saying those beautiful words. Pam was our work mama, as you can tell. And my maid of honor, Sam, actually heard the poem she was said at the end at the wedding once. I could only picture Pam saying it. So thank you so much. Thank you to my awesome wedding party. Oh, I'm getting nervous now. All the handsome groomsmen who threw such a great stag for Thomas and made sure he came back safely. In one piece. And they were on hand all day to help with everything, like anything, they were up for it. Thank you so much for all your help today. And just also making sure Thomas got here on time today. And helping with the door games, oh my goodness. I couldn't really see anything that happened, but then I saw bras and a limbo and I was like, oh dear. And a big thank you to my maid of honor, Samantha Lee, for everything you've done. You kind of got the gist of how we've met and how she set up me and Thomas, but she forgot to mention that he met the 3 criteria, but then there was a but. She said, but he spoke with an accent. And when I asked, what did he sound like? He sounds like Jackie Chan. And I was like, okay. But I still went ahead. She still persisted, and I'm glad I didn't say no. Wow. But as you can tell, Smiley, Sam, Wylie usually goes hand in hand. People get us mixed up. We answer to anything. But, oh dear. Oh dear. But yeah, but like everyone who knows us well knows, like we're together a lot of the time. Like our chiropractor thinks we're together. And yes, we even had plans to move into a senior's home together. We were going to be roommates, which was something she really wanted to do, but then I resisted because she's so messy. But like Meredith and Christina, Sam is my person. Beavis and Butthead. She's so caring, so generous, and she's one of the most considerate people I've ever known. She's been here all day, and she's always on hand to do whatever. Thank you so much. She threw such a beautiful bridal shower for me, and I hope to one day return the favor. Thank you. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. And Jen, I've known Jen since high school. We actually didn't talk in high school, but we talked in university finally for the first time. And we bonded over like figure skating, shopping, and all things Colin Firth and Pride and Prejudice related. She's one of the sweetest people I've ever known. She doesn't have one bad bone in her body. But thank you so much. She's here 7 months pregnant with me all day long. Thank you so much. And my cousin Adeline, I said your name correctly this time. I've said it wrong for the past 30 years. Wow. I blame our parents.
And you said my English is not very good?
I was the youngest in my family. My older sisters were quite a bit older, so I never really had a playmate when I was growing up. So Adeline was kind of like my default person, so I was kind of excited when she moved, when she was born and she came over. We don't see each other a whole lot, but thank you so much for being here for me today. And I look forward to all the times you come home during Christmas and holidays so we can sit with the cousins all together and make fun of our parents. Thank you for being here today with me. And thank you to my flower girl, Kathy. I hope she's feeling well. She had a fever earlier. Oh, and then my boys, Isaac and Jonah. You guys did so good today. Wave! And thank you to my 2 older sisters, Winsome and Vivian. When I was younger, I always kind of felt left out because they were so much older than me and they always did their own thing together. But like this past week, they've just come, Vivian came back, took everything off my hands, and they planned such a beautiful shower for me, and they're just always there for me whenever I need someone to talk to. So thank you so much for all your help. Vivian's just been running around the whole day being my day of coordinator, even though she has no experience in that whatsoever. Thank you so much. And today I've gained another set of parents. Thank you for raising such a kind, considerate son, and thank you for welcoming me into your family. I'm very grateful, and I couldn't ask for a more thoughtful husband, and you raised a good boy. I'll try to look after him and cook, but it's not looking too hopeful. And and then also, I'm everywhere. And thank you to my brother-in-laws, Barry and Paul. They've done so much for me. Slideshow, like food, booze, they're just taking care of everything here today. And thank you to my parents over there, Patrick and Eliza. Even though we kind of all drive each other crazy. You drive me crazy by making the house dirty, and I drive you crazy because I complain about you making the house dirty. I'm proud to call myself your daughter. Thank you for everything you've done for us and all the opportunities you've allowed us 3 to have in our lives. And just thank you for always being there and supporting me. Thank you so much. But I'll miss being at home with you, even though I'm only 5 minutes away. But I'll come home and I'll come home and visit lots. And thank you to all my aunts and uncles. My aunt and uncles also help me a lot. My aunt cooks for me a lot, as my work family knows. And my aunts and all of them just kind of always help me whenever we need help. Thank you to my new husband, Thomas. It's kind of weird to say that. It's not weird, it's just a new term. I have to get used to calling everyone new names. So, yeah, thank you for being so supportive during all my crazy days. I know you've had a tough 3 years and you kind of put up with me and my OCD-ness still, with the house and the wedding, but thank you for being so supportive. I love you a lot.
Love you too. All right.
All right. So I guess it's my turn. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for coming again. Many of you came from very far places, such as Hong Kong. Really, thank you so much for coming to our wedding tonight. I would like to say thank you to the beautiful bridesmaid for looking after Wylie and helping her with the wedding planning when I was basically missing in action. Sam, now that I'm back, I will resume the responsibility of planning Wylie's birthday party, starting this year. To my best man, Joy, I admire you for all your hard work and determination to always do better. Because of you, I always challenge myself to improve and also explore new ideas. You are also one of the most selfless people I know. Your willingness to help people is why everyone loves you. I'm lucky to have you as my friend. Thank you for being a brother that I can always count on. Naeem, it's funny how we didn't talk much during pharmacy school, but become very close friends after we graduated. Those long talks that we used to have at 1 a.m. in the morning forever changed my life. I wish I can still do that with you once in a while, but it wouldn't be fair to your lovely wife, Alicia. Where are you? You are one of the smartest and most logical people I know. Thank you for being a role model and someone I can always learn from. And lastly, Steve, what can I say? You're always there for me when I'm away from home. You listen to me vent about my problems in the hospital and work out with me in the past 3 years. You taught me one of the most important skills in life, cooking. I will definitely miss you lots moving back to Edmonton. Now, out of all the speeches that I have to write for the wedding, I think this is the most difficult one. Mom and Dad, I put a lot of thoughts into this speech. Although it seems like I always disagree with the way that you guys do things, I actually have a lot of respect for you two. Coming to Canada 20 years ago was not easy. You both have given up so much for Shirley and myself so that we can have a better future. I cannot thank you enough for all that you have done. Thank you for always supporting me and providing me with your guidance. I'm very blessed to be your son, and I hope that one day I can be just as good as a parent as you have been. Thank you. To my new parents, Patrick and Eliza, thank you for welcoming me into your family and for helping me with my move to Calgary. You have raised a very beautiful daughter, in which I'm very fortunate to be able to call my wife. I promise that I will take care of her and love her with all my heart. To my new brothers-in-law, Paul and Barry, you guys are legit the best brother-in-laws I can ask for. Thank you for all the good times, especially you, Paul. Where are you? And teaching me how to do things or say things properly. To Winsome and Vivian, thank you so much for being the amazing sisters for Wylie all these years and for making me feel at ease at family gathering. And lastly, to my beautiful wife, Wylie. The last 4 years have been some of the best time of my life. My life would be so different if it wasn't for you. Thank you for being always so considerate and for making me your priority. from proofreading my med school application to helping me out with CARMS, and also moving back to Edmonton. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for your help. I look forward to being your forever partner as we begin the next chapter of our lives. And thank you to all our vendors that have helped us with this day today. Our awesome photographer, Joe Corson, and videographer, Ethan, who have worked the butts off today. And also Kylie, the second photographer, thank you. Our DJ, Dan, who's going to start up the party real soon here. And also all the Southern Place staff for basically putting up a good party for tonight. Thank you very much. I hope that everyone have lots to eat and lots to drink. And remember, don't drink and drive. Thank you, everyone.